In this lesson, we're going to be learning how to add and subtract radical expressions. But before we look at how to add and subtract radicals, let's just review what is collecting like terms. In this first example here, those are alike because we have the same variable with the same exponent. And so we add the coefficients and we keep that variable. 2x plus 5x is 7x. Very easy. Here, these are not like terms. Even though we have x's, we have a different exponent. So we cannot add those. We would just keep them the same. So the key thing is knowing what's alike and what's not. So the process that we're going to follow is we're going to simplify all our radicals, and then whatever radicals that are the same, we call them like radicals, we'll add the coefficients just like we did up here. I kept the x and I added 2 plus 5 and got 7. So on number 1, can we simplify those radicals? No. But are those radicals all the same? Well, of course they are. They all are the square root of 2. Remember, there's an understood 1 there. So we would keep the square root of 2 and we would add the coefficients. So we'd have 4 plus 3 minus 1. 7 minus 1 is 6. That's all there is to it. The second example, a little bit harder. The radicals are definitely not the same, but you can't just say, well, they're not the same, so I'm done. No, we have to simplify those radicals. So remember 40, we would do some prime factoring. 4 times 10, we could break that apart some more and go, all right, since it's a square root, I'm looking for a pair. So don't leave out that negative. So we'd have negative 2 times the square root of 10. 90, you should know that's 9 times 10, which is 3 times 3 and 2 times 5. So again, don't forget that negative. The 3 comes out and the 10 stays in. Then hopefully you're kind of seeing a pattern here. So this is 16 times 10, and I know that 16 is 4 times 4, so I have minus 4 times the square root of 10. Now all the square roots are the same, so we can keep the square root and then put together the coefficients. So negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5, minus 4 is negative 9. All right, so simplify and collect like terms. All right, on number 3, now we see letters, lots of different things. Right, so again, obviously none of those radicals are the same, but can we simplify them? Right, so I'm going to break apart 18 as 9 times 2, 3 times 3 times 2. So I can take out a 3. Now, there's already an x squared out there, so I put the 3, I keep the x squared, then I have a 2 and a y. That stays inside the radical. Okay, here, x squared, the square root of x squared is x, so that comes out, but there's already a 2x there. Multiplied by another x makes that x squared, and then all I've got left inside is that 2y. Right, 12 is 4 times 3, 2 times 2 times 3, take out a 2. It joins up with that 4 by multiplying, so 2 times 4 is 8. Keep the y. What do I have left? The 3 and the x stays inside the radical. And then the last one, all you see is a y squared that you could take the square root of, which is a y, so it comes out as a negative, and then we have a 3x. So we have some like radicals, but they're not all alike. Right? These two are alike, and these two are alike. Right? So for this one, I'm going to keep the square root of 2y, and then I'm going to combine like terms of 3x squared minus 2x squared is 1x squared. Over here, I'm going to keep the 3x, and again, put those together. That's 8y minus 1y is a positive 7y. This is not hard. Don't let the problem scare you. In our last problem, we see cube roots. Just to review those, same process. These are not alike, but we need to simplify them first. So 250, I know that's 10 times 25, that's 2 times 5, 5 times 5. So I could take out a 5, and those letters, there's not 3 of them, so I can just leave the 2, the x, and the y squared. Okay, what about the 54? I think about that as 6 times 9, so that's 2 times 3, and 3 times 3. So I can take out a 3, don't forget that minus sign, have the cube root of 2 and the x and the y squared. So now those are the same. So we want to keep the same radical, that doesn't change, and just put the coefficients together, and 5 minus 3 is 2. A very easy lesson. We have 2 steps. Simplify all the radicals, add the coefficient of like radicals, meaning they are the same.